Bah. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so what's up, guys? Mr. Swagbags here, and this is the 100th episode of. Well, actually, this is the 100th video I've ever made. So I figured I'd start for the 100th episode. I'd make a new series, and it's called "The Truth Is." And I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things. I'm going to be talking about several different things. During the truth is, I'll be talking about games that I played once I'm done with them or where I'm at in them, depending. And I'll try not to bullshit you. I might, probably not, but you never know. Anyway, so as I said, this is the 100th episode. Woohoo! Yeah, this is the best. Anyway, so the first thing I want to talk about, well, actually, it's the second thing because the first thing I want to talk about was the 100th episode bullshit. Anyway, so the first thing I want to talk about is damn it, said it again. Second thing I want to talk about is why am I wearing this? Well, that's because as a commentator, you might not want people to know who you are till the right time. Or what you look like, anyway. But you never know. So, I'll be ready to spring it on you at any time. So, here we go. So I'm doing So, the third thing I want to talk about now is Actually, I should tell you a different thing. The other thing before I tell you this one, because it kind of leads into it. So the real third thing is monolization on my YouTube account. So when I went to monolize my account, like I hadn't before, everything was good, but I was starting to get bored. Thought maybe I was experienced enough. So I decided to go get my videos monolized, which basically means that I can get paid whenever people view my videos, click on the ads on the videos, or someone likes something, or subscribes, various other things. So I went and got that done. And usually I've heard that when you get a video monetized, it takes about 2 to 3 days for them to review it. I monetized it, and every video was done within about 10 seconds of me getting the videos monetized. So I was surprised. I thought I would have had to wait for like 2 or 3 days before anything got monetized. So that leads into after I got it monetized, I saw all my videos, and I was looking back through them to see if they were all monetized. And when I looked back through them, what I saw was when I came across my Road to Glory Part 5 episode. I don't remember who it was, but I got my first ever copyright strike. So, and I don't remember who put it on. So, I looked at I clicked on the little link, I looked at where the copyright strike was, and it's for my NCAA Football 10 Road to Glory. It was on that episode Part 5, but it was at the beginning part when I booted up the game. I showed you guys the opening song, which was Tick Tick Boom, which apparently is a no-no to these bastards at YouTube, and the bastards who sent me the copyright strike. So it was a no-no. And so, since that was a no-no, I had to go into my editing, and normally, I've told you this before, I rarely edit videos unless it's like to get like a video like stabilized. Like there's actually something there that can like stabilize your camera, so like it's not moving everywhere, or like, because like a few times I accidentally had the auto face detection on, so it was like looking at different things I didn't want it to, so that was fucked up. Anyway, so I had told you guys that. And so when I went back and looked through it, I found my NCAA Road to Glory Part 5 on NCAA Football 10. I found it there, and when I found it, it was talking about a copyright strike. I clicked on it, there was the copyright strike. So I had to go all the way back into my editing system, and I had to figure out how to edit, because I never edited before. so I had no idea how to. So when I edited it, I had to figure out how to, and I had to take out about 2 minutes of the video just to get rid of the copyright strike, or I would be fucked right now. So, yeah, I have that problems. And another thing I want to talk about is for those of you who have your videos monetized, really to get money, you have to have your video. You have to make an AdSense account, which is cool because then you can like pay attention to how much money you're getting. But then I found something on YouTube where you can actually look at that just right there in the analytics or whatever. You can look at it right fucking there. It's very easy. So, and I knew I wouldn't have any money coming in. I mean, I got it monetized like a few days ago. And so you have to have an AdSense account basically, and that's how you get paid. So when I made the AdSense account, and when I was trying to actually see like the actual like AdSense, like my page on AdSense, so I could like see how much money I'm making and all this other bullshit, I figured out that even though I was using my email and my password correctly, I have like basically one password for most of the things I do. And so when I placed it in, and I had already had it set up, I placed it in yesterday, and to go to the actual AdSense website just to see what it looked like, I didn't get shit. It said that for some reason, even though I had made the password the day before and the username and all that shit the day before, it said that it could not remember the username or the password. So when I went in and I just started like figuring out like all sorts of different ways that I could try and get my password and my and the account back for AdSense, I couldn't find shit. Even a few times I even went all the way. I even just tried to create a new one, and it went to. And for some reason, it kept on. Whenever I'd come out of that, my YouTube page was on a page I never even created. It was on my other email, like you know your little box up in the corner where like it says like what your name is and all that stuff. It said my other email, and I was like, what the fuck? So, and I had no idea what was going on. So I logged out, and when I logged out, I tried to log into my other account, and when I did, what did I see? Even though I just had the password, even though I've been using the password for basically the entire time I've had this YouTube account, guess what it said? The password was incorrect. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been using it since I started YouTube. And so I was pissed off. So then I had to try and figure out all these different things I could do to try and recover that. And it looked like I was just making it even worse. Like I use like one password. I basically use like two passwords for most of the things I do. And when I tried the first one, no. Even though it's the one I've been using the entire time for YouTube. Went to the second one, no. And when I went back to the first one, this time instead of just saying no, that it was incorrect, it said that I had changed the password. I was like, what? When did I change the password? It said I changed it about an hour earlier, even though I don't remember ever doing that. And so that really pissed me off. So when I went to try and figure out all these things, it seemed like I was actually making it worse. Like I was like fucking like I was like switching all these passwords up and these usernames and all sorts of shit. And apparently I had been putting in and it turns out that somehow my username, my email, I have two emails. One of them for like my YouTube, another one for like all the emails or anything else I do. And so when I checked it and looked at like what was going on, it turns out that somehow the name of my email for my second one, not the one I use for most of the things I use email for, had gotten, like, the letters had gotten switched up. I had no idea how. So what I had to do was eventually I figured out, like, I didn't figure out how they got switched, but I was able to. But then I learned what the new email was for the second one, and they had me put in a whole new password, and it couldn't be the first password that I had used, because like I had done before, it said that like I had done before. Anyway, so like I had done before, it said that not that when I try to put in the password, the one I use for most of the things now, it said that I changed the password, just the password, nothing else. So I had to go through all this BS of trying to access my account, of trying to recover my account. So what they had me do was put in a whole new fucking password. And so when I finally got that all done, I knew what the new email was. I knew what the password was. I knew all that bullshit. And then eventually it finally worked. It didn't sign into this thing or this thing. It went straight there. But I could still never figure out my AdSense account password, which really pissed me off. And then that's when I found that I could just see my estimated money and all this other bullshit on my actual YouTube. I don't even need to go to AdSense. So, yeah, I eventually got all that figured out. So, I think that's basically it for this episode of The Truth Is. I know there wasn't like a game review or anything. I haven't exactly finished any of my games. Most of my games are like sports games where you can do like franchises or something like, or Dynasty or something like that. And you can't really end those. It's kind of hard to really like finish the game. But like my Call of Duty game, that's a game where you can actually finish the playthrough. So today wasn't exactly a like reviewing a game that I just finished or anything like that. It was a day of me telling you problems that have happened in my that have been happening recently with my YouTube account and everything. And this was basically just a celebration of the 100th episode. And so, yeah, that's basically it. Everyone, stand up, clap, and celebrate the 100th episode, because it was awesome. I'm glad to have spent it here. Glad to have spent it with you guys. This is Swagbag.